To see just what you think when you look at me. 'Cause every time I try, I know I've like shown everyone, and I'm never right. You just come to me every time you lost, and I'll give you my love. But you treat me so cold. I'll give you my love. But you treat me so cold. Am I the only one that's scared of leaving? 'Cause in my mind it's you who can't stand staying because of me. I'm so sorry, so hard to be with a girl like me. 'Cause every time I try, I know I've like shown everyone, and I'm never right. You just come to me every time you lost, and I'll give you my love. But you treat me so cold. I'll give you my love. But you treat me so cold. Love's gone cold, you're not the reason why. Love's gone cold, of course I'm the reason why. Love's gone cold, you're not the reason why. Love's gone cold. Love's gone cold, you're not the reason why. Love's gone cold, of course I'm the reason why. Love's gone cold, 'cause I'm always the reason why. Love's gone cold. Love's gone cold. 'Cause every time I try, I know I've like shown everyone, and I'm never right. You just come to me every time you lost, and I'll give you my love. But you treat me so cold. I'll give you my love. But you treat me so cold.
Right on. That was Cold Love by Molly McKinna. And that was one of the first songs we played on Saturday. And a great tune. Very similar, but love the melody. And we've said before, Molly, not just on the regular show, but just we've done our dedication to women of rock. We're kind of generalizing, but either way, you were on each time, and we just love the vocals, and just you make such a huge point, but so kind of softly and gently, so it's like kind of giving like bad news, but it's a soft blow as opposed to kind of hard hitting thing when it should be. If that makes any sense.
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like that's kind of my intention with that song, to be honest. And I think I use a lot of sarcasm in my lyrics for that reason too.
Well, we're all big fans of sarcasm, especially here in the show. I mean, we get away with a lot of we call it phrasing and just poorly worded sentences, and not done intentionally, but it just kind of happens that way.
That's less sarcasm and more incompetence on my part usually. Molly, I absolutely love that tune. There's a quote on your website with me saying it was so dreamy, and it was one of those tunes that really sucks you in and makes you listen to it, and that's kind of exactly how I feel now. So I won't repeat myself again. But one thing I wanted to ask you, sorry to cut in because I'm sure Bainesy will ask you some questions in a minute as well. But how on earth, and like, when I ask this, I'm not talking technically because I know how you do it technically, but how do you harmonise with yourself? And when I say technically, I know that you just record it and then record the other part, but I can't get my head around how people do that. I mean, I can't sing, but I can harmonise a bit with other people, but when I try and harmonise with myself, I just sing the same thing twice. So how do you actually get your head into doing that? That seems really fun to me, but it sounds fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I want to say this without sounding completely arrogant. Actually, it's something I've just always been able to harmonise for some reason.
Oh, mate. Not arrogant, it's amazing though.
I'm lucky. I think I am. I didn't realise until I got to uni, and those people really do struggle.
Well, it's
I'm lucky
really
with it.
difficult to do. Like, you know, my singer is very, very talented, obviously, I would say that, but he's very, very good. But he has to really concentrate. He has to turn off the other vocal to harmonise with himself, and then we have to kind of force him and go, no, up a bit, that's your third, right? And then he kind of makes himself do it. But it just sounds so natural when you do it. I was just curious as to how you go about doing that, but maybe that's it. It's just natural, yeah.
Yeah, it is, to be honest. Yeah, give me a note and I'll harmonise to it.
Love it. I'm not going to give you a note.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
We'll all be better off if Mike doesn't. So.
That would kind of be amazing.
Yeah.
But, what we'll do, seeing as you're local, one day we'll get drunk at a festival together, and I'll bring an acoustic guitar and we'll just do it in the crowd. Something up and harmonise with each other. I did that with the Bronsons once. It was great.
Nice.
Sorry, I stole your thunder in terms of interviewing Molly, so please go.
All I was going to say is I get the harmonizing part because Mike, you know, that one song I sent you, it's like over a year ago. Cause remember, I haven't had a chance to record stuff in a long time. Because I do stuff on the side, so I wouldn't necessarily call myself a musician, just kind of like a side project sort of thing. His point being is I harmonize myself, but it was literally a happy accident. Because I was learning how to use one of the programs, and then later, by accident, I was like, no, actually, that sounds pretty good. I got lucky with that one. Don't know if I could ever recreate that intentionally, but it worked out nicely at the time.
By accident, that's one of the best things, isn't it?
Absolutely.
When you do something, you're like, oh, that's brilliant, and then you can't replicate it.
And then you can't do it again.
That's right. Or it's one of those things, you do something, it's like, well, no one's around to see it, and that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you yeah, pretty much. I'll give you a perfect example. Then we'll move into more questioning. It's a small sidetrack. So this is about 7-8 years ago. So I'm in Cuba, and I'm talking. Of course, Cuba, you know, everything's you get an all-inclusive package, like the airfare, hotels, you eat, drink for free, what have you. So no, you're gonna take advantage of your own vacation. So you're drinking majority of the day. And I was walking and have it's like a travel mug sort of thing for coffee or whatever. I've always had drinks in it. And I was walking and I fell and I essentially barrel rolled, got right back up with the drink still in my hand and continued right where I left off talking. That'll never ever happen again as long as I live, but it happened. I have witnesses that tell me so. They couldn't believe it. They picked it right back up where I left off and literally barrel rolled, got right back up. I was like, well, you know, and I was like, how did you do that? Do what?
But I don't believe you about video proof. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Not one of my proudest moments. Funny, but not exactly proud. Even if you know what I mean. So back to the new EP. So with the new EP out, Molly, what kind of promoting are you doing? Are you going to be playing a few shows? Are you going to be doing any merchandise? What are you thinking?
Well, we actually did some today in Brighton, me and Angela. She's found these really cool CD cases that you can get that are like biodegradable and they're like recycled and stuff. And I've just signed 100 of those, and we went around Brighton and kind of just left them all over the place for people to find and pick up. And we went into some stores and stuff and just handed them out. So that was one thing we did today. So I think most of what we're trying to do now is just to kind of get a bit more of a following and for people to kind of just hear my stuff, and then I'll go on to the gigging.
Right on. Well, we know you've been on Stuart's show Premium Blend. Well, he played a lot of your music, and Mike is a very good friends with Stuart, and Ian Stuart's been a good help to our show as well. And we've been talking with him. We're actually going to be having him on next week, so we'll grill him a little bit on what he thought about your EP, because I know he really loved it. So just a side promotion there as well for Stuart from Premium Blend Radio.
He's just texting me. Actually, he's listening in now. Hello, Stu.
Oh, hey, Stuart.
What's happening, Stuart? So right on, man. We'll we got time for, I guess, a couple more questions, and then we'll be done here. But no, that being said, Molly, we will do our best as much as possible to promote your music, because like our website says, we're just honest music fans, and we're gonna comment on stuff we like, and we really do enjoy this. So we do what we can to kind of network and help you out. And it's been a pleasure talking to you, Molly. It's been so much fun, and I can't wait to hear more from you. I mean, like, so you have your whole career ahead of you, and I just can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you so much, guys. I really, really do appreciate it, and thank you for having me on here.
Mike?
It's been great.
It's our pleasure. I wanted to ask you one more quick thing before you...
Of course, that's fine.
Actually, first of all, I love that guerrilla promotion. Leave stuff lying around and hand it to people and stuff like that. I absolutely...
Yeah, it's because I'm not good at talking to people, so I just leave it.
But it's so cool. Again, maybe it's fun off air, but I had a whole thing once about leaving disposable cameras around.
That's cool.
People take pictures of things. I haven't done it yet, but it's still in my head. I just need to work out what the instructions are and how to
Definitely.
as opposed to just a random piece of art. But anyway, so I love that. But I always try and ask people at least one random question. And this comes from my wife and I made a pizza the other day, and we used a recipe that had. Baines is sitting there going, "What's he on about?" We used a recipe that had to make the base. You basically mix up equal parts of yogurt and flour, and I think that's going to be horrible because cooked yogurt surely is going to taste like shit, basically. But it was really good. I was really impressed. So my question to you that I said, "Oh, that's a good question. I'll ask in my next interview." What weird food combinations?
Oh no! I honestly really can't. The only weird thing I can think of off the top of my head was one point I had these really nice, I think they were caramelized onion and sour cream crackers. And then I looked over and I was like, "Oh, I've got a pot of Nutella," and I dipped it in it, and it tasted really good.
How awful!
I'm just going to go with the fact that Nutella goes with everything, and I stick by that.
I totally agree with that. I love that. Thank you so much. I think we're probably out of time, but listen, we really appreciate you coming on the show. As Bainesy said, we do everything possible to make you get the word out. We love your stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. We're looking forward to hearing the next EP later in the year and the singles that come off of that and everything else. Can't wait. We'll have you back on the show next time you got something out, yeah?
Well, thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for having me.
Anytime, Molly. We'd love having you. We definitely want to have you back on the show again soon. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll definitely be keeping in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you, Molly.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You got it, Mike?
I'm still here.
No. You're in control though. You got to hang up the call.
Hey?
You got to hang up with Molly. Make sure she's hung up.
Oh, right. I'll play a song and I'll do it while you're playing a song.
Okay. Well, just before we do that, a big thanks to Mike for saving us for the Skype call. We just had Molly McKinna live, and she was a lot of fun. She's a great singer-songwriter, and she has such great potential to go far. And just before I get to our next song here, we now welcome our co-host, special co-host. I'm not sure what the hell he's doing right now, but welcome Mike G.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hello.
Hey, Mike G.
Hey.
So